All right, guys, today class is in session. I've been going pretty hard at my social media for about the last 28 days, a little bit over that, but I'm gonna give you guys the stats and I'm gonna show you all the details on running these social media platforms that most influencers and social media managers will not teach you. So the 5 major platforms that I've been focused on are Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. So I'm gonna give you guys how often I've been posting, the type of content I've been posting, and more importantly, the results. You guys stick around to the end because I'm telling you, the results will blow your mind. All this accomplished over the last 28 days. So let's first start with, we're gonna start with TikTok, okay? This has been my highest performing platform of the month. Now, let me break this down to you guys. I was not a massive content creator on TikTok, okay? About midway through December, I believe it was December 13th, I said, you know what? I think this is a space our clients need to be in. I need to go all the way in. So prior to this, I think I had 350 followers on TikTok. Yeah, I'm the guy who owns a media firm, right? So I went in hard. What I decided was 10 TikToks a day. This is primarily Monday through Friday, but I don't like to let my account go dry on the weekend, so I've gotten more creative with figuring out stuff around the house to do. So I would say on the weekends, I'm probably doing about 5 reels per day. So in a 28-day period, first let me give you guys how much my following has increased since December. So I went from 350 followers in December to over 2,100 followers today as we record this on March 13th. That's a pretty massive jump in terms of following on a platform that, number one, I hadn't been that consistently active at, and 2, this shows you the power of the algorithm with TikTok. TikTok is for getting discovered. Facebook, Instagram, these other platforms, this is where you can cultivate relationships and deepen those relationships, but TikTok will make sure that you get discovered. So let's go over the stats. Over the last 28 days, my posts have received 888,000 views. Now this is coming from a page that only has 2,100 followers, not a massive following. But guys, we're inching towards 1 million views a month, all right? That was 106,000 likes. People that went to my profile and learned more about me, over 2,784 people, right? And shares, my content was shared 25,000 times, okay? Now just for perspective, let me show you guys. This is an image of 25,000 people in one location. That's how big 25,000 is. So let's not minimize these numbers, because even when we get lower, I'm gonna show you guys graphics of 1,000 people in the room, all right? If you can get 1,000 views, 1,000 organic reaches on your content, guys, that is massive. So, and you'll also see, let me comment on this because someone will probably say something. Estimated rewards, you'll see is 0, okay? I've been testing. I didn't do this to immediately start becoming a content creator on TikTok and making all this money. It was probably about a month ago I got introduced to be able to do some things and monetize on TikTok. I believe once you get over 1,000 followers is where that floodgate kind of opens up for you. And I think once you hit over 100,000 likes, some things open up for you. So we will be testing that, so there'll be further videos to come on that. So I don't want people clapping and chirping saying, oh, you did all that and you're not making any money. We make money on the back end. Okay, so that was TikTok. Now we are gonna go to YouTube. All right, so YouTube was another platform where really just my podcast, those were the only videos I was consistently uploading on my YouTube page. And we do my podcast once a week. So it was 4 videos a month that I was putting up for a consistent period. There was a break during the holidays that I paused the podcast and then we regrouped for season 4. So this again is over the last 28 days. And I believe I have just at 500 subscribers on YouTube. So again, these aren't massive pages, guys. So for the last 28 days on YouTube, I received 23,800 views. Watch time was over 90 hours. Think about that. People were watching my content on YouTube for over 90 hours. Again, Not saying any of this stuff to brag. I'm saying so we don't minimize these numbers. These are big numbers. And then my subscriber base grew by 34 subscribers in the last 28 days. Now, let's talk about the content. I am repurposing content that I'm using on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and I'm just simply uploading that same content to my YouTube Shorts. Ideally, you want to be making different content for each platform. My business has me too busy right now. I'm making, as you guys can see, a lot more content. So I don't have time to do that on a regular basis. I will say on average, I'm posting to YouTube between 2 to 4 times a day. All right, 2 to 4 posts per day. And I'm really just sticking to Monday through Friday on YouTube. So Monday through Friday, 5 days a week over the last 28 days, almost 24,000 views. All right. I'm getting pumped. Oh, and my subscribers are at 506. Don't want to forget. I want to remember every single subscriber. All right, this next one, I believe, double check. I should have made notes on all these. Okay, yeah. So this next one is Facebook. So Facebook has been my #1 platform since I got into this game about 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. So I try to keep everything maxed out. And I'm talking about personal pages. Now, ultimately, all my personal pages are business pages. There's a simple conversion you can make on the back end. But from what it looks like to the public, these are all personal accounts. So on my Facebook page, you can reach a certain level where you're a digital creator and it kind of opens up some things for you to run it like a business page. You can max out your friends on Facebook at 5,000, and then past that, people have to follow you. So I believe, and I'm always adding, removing people. Right now, I'm still sitting right around 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I believe 7,100 people follow me on that platform. All right, so the numbers on Facebook over the last 28 days, 62,533 views. It's simply amazing, guys, when you look at these numbers and think, if you could bring 62,000 people in one room and they are all just to be there to hear about your business, how impactful would that be for you? Pretty impactful, right? So that's why we're saying we're making our money on the back end, not in monetization on these platforms. Interactions were up 52% to 1,407. So not only are people watching the content, they're also engaging, they're asking questions, they're giving their feedback, which in turn, I can take their comments and make more content out of that. Someone asks you a question, make a video on that. So Facebook is one of the few platforms where I've earned money from. So over these last 28 days, I'm not sure why, I'm gonna have to look into this. No approximate earnings. I would say my biggest month on Facebook, I made like 50 bucks. But again, I'm more in the business of getting the eyeballs, getting the attention. I'd rather get paid the thousands I can get per year in services that I can offer versus a $1,000 check from Facebook. That's just my point of view. All right, so that's Facebook. Now let's go to LinkedIn. Okay, so I have a very love-hate relationship with LinkedIn. Actually, I can't stand LinkedIn. All right, you know why I can't stand LinkedIn is because every time I get on LinkedIn, I'm getting spam messages left after right, which I believe they do have an update coming to clean this up. But it's, for the longest time, it was my platform with the biggest following, and I still couldn't reach people. People weren't engaging, people weren't interacting. Just a lot wasn't happening there. So on my YouTube or my LinkedIn page, I do 8 posts a day. Now let me also slide this in here. Am I batting 1,000, guys? No. There are days where there may have been 7 posts to go out or 5, but I don't ever get so busy in this last stretch that I've been doing with this where I'm just like, it's too late in the day, I'll just do it tomorrow. No, I'll go on CapCut and find templates, I'll make some content. I go through ChatGPT and I'll have it make something for me. So don't think that because it's late in the day, whatever. On LinkedIn, I'm typically posting from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I'm getting all that stuff scheduled out. But to the stats, all right? Content and performance, over 13,751 impressions. So over almost 14,000 people in the last 28 days have seen my content on LinkedIn. Now I'm gonna tell you how this is really coming about. All right, one thing I've noticed is that a lot more people are reaching out to me now. I'm getting more random phone calls, right? Those clients that I haven't worked with in 2 or 3 years, all of a sudden are in my DM saying, hey, I think I need to talk to you about some content, right? Because the consistency, it doesn't matter what platform they're getting on. Look, this is the face they're seeing. Smile, cheese, I'm here. On every platform that you open, I'm here. If there's anything in your algorithm that says you're interested in the content that I'm providing, I'm here. I'm not gonna allow people to forget who I am or what I do. That's the purpose of social media if you're in business for yourself. So LinkedIn has allowed some of that. I've seen a lot more of those things coming. But really what I've learned with LinkedIn, it's, I'm gonna say more dry content on LinkedIn than what it is with my other platforms. My videos don't perform as well on LinkedIn. Normally it's the long form content, story-based, factual, blog article type content that's taking off on my LinkedIn page. All right, we got one more platform to go over. Last platform is Instagram, which TikTok is probably now my favorite in terms of the user experience. TikTok's probably my favorite right now. Instagram may be a very close second. I love Instagram. And again, a lot of this content is just being repurposed from different areas. Some of this content I'm making specifically for Instagram. Some of the content I'll pepper in some humorous, funny stuff, some entertaining stuff that I'll do on TikTok. I'll drip it into Meta and see how people react there. But over the last 28 days on Instagram, I've received 52,959 views. All right. 38.4% of that was from my followers. Here's the exciting thing. 61.6% of those views were from people who never knew I existed. That is exactly what you want. I want more non-followers seeing my content than followers. That's how you grow a platform. So the content that we've curated over these last 28 days apparently is landing with a larger demographic because they're starting to see this stuff. 59.2% of the content that people engaged with the most on my Instagram page was Reels. 27.9% of stories. Stories is such a simple piece of content to make on a daily basis. One, yeah, you can share some of the posts that you have going out, but if not, your stories are meant to be like a daily vlog. Show people just what you're doing for the day. If you don't have a lot of things going on in your business that day or with work, show the kids. Show where you're going to lunch. Like tag the restaurant that's there. They're gonna put it in their story. Other people are gonna see it and be like, hey, who's this guy? They're gonna dig into your content. Like stories are a phenomenal way to grow. And then posts are 12.9%, meaning like not reels, but photos, graphics, maybe a full form video, which I typically don't do on Instagram. That's there. But this also has broken down which pieces of content have done the best on my platform for Instagram this month. And funny enough, it is all my podcasting content. These first 4 posts that got the most reach, that's all based around my podcast. So now for the grand total. So we went over Facebook, we went over Instagram numbers, we went over YouTube numbers, we went over LinkedIn, and we went over TikTok. So collectively, over the last 28 days, how many people in the world have seen Sam Anderson, Misterpreneur's content? And again, this isn't including anything these are all my personal brands. This doesn't have anything to do with the business pages that we operate. So over the last 28 days, I have received 1,041,043 views on my content across all 5 platforms. Now, first off, I just added this up prior to coming in the studio and recording this video. Let's think about this for a minute. I'm not a massive influencer. I don't think there's a platform, well, LinkedIn, I have 13,000 followers, but LinkedIn is real easy to gain followers. You just click a button, just that simple. Instagram, I have 3,500 followers. Facebook, I have 5,000 friends and 7,100 followers. TikTok, I have the 2,100 followers, and YouTube, I have 506 followers. Okay, so on each platform, really this is an outstanding. We do work with people who are true influencers that have 100,000 people following them on each platform. So I'm saying all this to show you guys, This isn't a level of, you know, fanciness and tech and gear. Matter of fact, the majority of the content that you guys see on my platforms across all channels is typically made with this. A lot of the editing you guys see are AI tools that I use, right? I can't have my staff working on my content all day long. We have a number of clients that we serve on a monthly basis, right? So I'm not typically here in the studio filming a lot of this stuff. So you can capture this content anywhere. I've seen people explode just setting up their phone in their car and having car confessionals or whatever it's gonna be, right? But think about that. Someone who doesn't have a insanely massive following on any given platform, and I got over 1 million people to pay attention to what I had to say in the last 28 days. 30 days, what is 30 days? The drop of a bucket over the lifespan of your business, your life. 30 days ain't jack. So here's my hope with those who stuck in till the end of this video. I hope that you understand this all boils down to consistency and determination. You can literally go through some of my content and tell when I didn't feel like doing something, but I did it anyway. There are literally videos of me on my TikTok page laying in bed and making a TikTok. I didn't feel like doing it, but I knew I had to hit those numbers. Consistency. After that, you can focus on lighting and coloring and sound and all these different aspects, but just getting started, sticking with it. I can't wait to share with you guys what it looks like. This may be a new series. Maybe every 28 days, I need to make some content like this to show you guys how someone's actively growing these channels, actively growing their business, because the new currency is attention. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And as always, if you want more content, more information like this, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, stay tapped in with your boy, because you know I'm coming consistently and you know I'm gonna always give you information that's either gonna educate or entertain. I'll see you guys later.